It is Yo Ang. How you doing? Oh my God, it's not freezing outside for once. It has been so cold and windy. Even though yesterday wasn't as quite bad. It wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad. Oh, look at that damn shit. Oh, damn. We're going to have to cover that shit. But it wasn't quite as bad. But it was still wet and damp. So, today we might even hit 50 degrees. Say, what? Hey, Ambrose, how are you doing? I got to upload some new emojis. Thanks for reminding me. We got to get the Joe one off there. We got to put different Joe one up. But, yeah, I don't need gloves today. Blackie Sanchez, welcome in. I know, what? It's not, I know, we might get to 50. I think it said 48, but I'm going to push the envelope. Good morning, J. Rowe. I'm going to push the envelope just a teeny tiny bit. Just a baby bit. Just a little bit. We're going to try to get to 50, okay? Can we do it? I think we can. Hi, Joseph Q. We might stop and get a tea. Maybe it'd be Haiti. I don't know if it's going to be Haiti, because Haiti is like some spendy money. And I don't know. Happy New Year there, Fireheart. How are you? Joe was at work today, as always. I was so confused on what day it was. I thought it was Tuesday. Like, I was putting up the short, because Joe does a 30, whatever his video is in the morning. He literally takes his phone and he videos, and then he there's no cut. He sends it to me. Okay? He sends it to me, and then I have to do the magic, and I upload it. That's his one task that I ask for him every day. And he does it. He does it. He's great at that. So he sends it to me, and I'm ready to type on Tuesday on it. And then I'm like, shit, it's not Tuesday. It's I had to get through 3/4 of the video till he said Wednesday, and I went, I almost typed the wrong one. That would, you guys would have all read me for filth, which would have been granted. It would have been appropriate. Hi, darling Carl. Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. Tuesday was yesterday. Today's Wednesday. But I was so messed up. Jolie, good morning. Phyllis, good to see you. So we're going to take a walk in the neighborhood. I might even sit outside somewhere and take some notes. Maybe with you guys. I don't know. I love it. I love Darlene. Darlene, you go the extra mile, Darlene, to list everybody. I love that. And stuff. But yeah, I slept really well last night. I think I did. Got up a number of times because, you know, I drink so much damn water. It's like the floods. What was he? It was in a short. I know. I saw you post that, and I didn't go look at the short yet. Because I know there's a couple times that Joe is not wrong. There's sometimes he gives us complete bullshit, as we all know. He makes shit up and then tries to make it sound like it's absolutely what it's. You just want to be like, Joseph, stop it. You're missing your friend Richard Slagowski. He's back home now, but we had a great New Year's together. Oh, wonderful. I'm so glad you guys had a good New Year's. You're missing your friend. Isn't that the hardest? Kimberly Grace, good to see you. It's raining where you are? Not raining here. It's actually mild. So everybody cross your fingers, cross your goddamn toes, cross them all. You know? But let's get going. We want to get a few steps in today. You know, we want to. Is it overcast? Yeah. Do I care about it being overcast? No, I don't need the sun. I don't need it to be sunny as long. Look, there's a little bit of blue sky over there. Oh, and Joe predicted rain. That's what it was about. Okay, we're going to walk towards Riverside today. Because we can. Oh, this is the tree. Look at, yeah, we have signs up in our apartment building to say, please, please wrap your Christmas trees. Oh, that was a big tree. They spent coin on that tree. That tree was probably $250. Probably. Mild there by you too? Just a bit drizzly? Okay, well, that's okay. As long as it's mild. But, yeah. We've had such bitter cold weather lately that, I mean, it's still got, like, don't get me wrong, it's still a little breezy. So we're not going all the way down to the river, because the closer we get to the river, like as you can probably tell right now, the more wind we'll get. That's just part of New York. When you get to the corners on some certain streets, the wind Mr. Big Daz, how are you? Good to see you. Uh-oh. I don't think this tree's gonna make it. I don't know. I don't think the tree's making it. Hi, Teresa. That tree is dead. Oh, it's a different tree. No, that tree is dead. I don't know. I think it got frostbite. I do. I think it's not gonna make it. They probably had to replant it because they probably killed the damn tree. They probably did. Look at the wind is picking up. We're gonna have to get back up on the way. Because what the hell, man? What the hell, Willis? All right, here's the Parks Department. This is what happens to all of the Christmas trees, folks. I don't know about all of them, but a good majority of them. They get brought down. Here, I'm going to go into the park just a little bit to show you. All right, cars. Every time I say cars like that, I think of, I don't know what show it was or what it was, but they were playing like street hockey. And then if a car came by, they'd yell, cars! You know? At least that's what I remember. Oh my God, it smells like Christmas tree. Oh, he's taking him away. Okay, so this is what kind of happens. People will throw them out here. And then I think they chop them all up into mulch. And then it gets laid back down. So then the whole area smells of a pine tree. You have a snowblower, Jolie? Oh, that's nice. Look at those little, this is the area, I call it Doggy Poop Wonderland. Hi, Jithan. When we had our pups a few years ago, before they crossed that Rainbow Bridge, this is where we would always take them. We would take them down to the park. Yeah, they're doing a collection of them right now. But we would always take them down to the park. They'd come down, they'd do their business, we pick it up, we throw it in the garbage can, be done. Well, and honestly, it wasn't bad because, that guy was crazy looking. It wasn't bad because it's honestly only half the block down from my apartment. And that's where we would let them run. There's little areas where you can let them run off the leash and they would just have a ball. They'd be very excited. So they honestly really just, we kept them in our own little neighborhood. We only took them to like Central Park once in a great while. Why? Because it was a pain in the ass for them. One, Sassy was a fatty. And if you dachshund, you know, who's a bit unwieldy sometimes, you know what I mean. Lula, that's too far for her to walk. They're like, why are we walking so far? And yeah, I know how close it is for me, but for them, by the time we got there, they're exhausted. You gotta think, they have tiny little legs. Itty bitty legs. Little bitty legs. Hi, Manolo. Din Din, so good to see you. A little bit of wind. Not much, just a little. Hopefully it doesn't pick up because it'll blow my damn hat off and that'll be annoying. I don't want to chase it. Nobody needs that. But yes, Riverside Park. It's very multi-leveled. So like that's the official Riverside Drive. This is like the little. I only took them there a couple times. And that's because you have to imagine their legs were this long. That's as long as their legs were. Okay? They gotta take how many more steps to my one step? That's a lot more energy, expended. Like that dog could take, like my dog would have taken 5 steps to that one little dog's right there. That's how little they were. What do people think about that? Which is why I always wonder when dog walkers walk such various sizes of dogs. Like you can't walk a big dog and a little dog really for the same distance. Does anybody else think of that? Hi, Ronnie. Because, like you can't be walking a Great Dane and a Dachshund. Like the difference in the stride is so great. Oh, somebody need a chair and a busted up lamp? We got one right here. We got one right here. Oh, they got a cat. They had a cat, can you tell? They fucking had a cat that loved that fucking chair. Oh, damn. Christmas trees. All right, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 trees. 4 trees? I don't know. 3 trees. Oh, $600. I know you guys are probably like, Ange, why are you counting up? I want to know. I love seeing it. Yeah, Carlos has short little legs too. Like you can't have Carlos walking next to a Labrador. Poor little Carlos' legs are going, and the Labrador is like, boom, 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 and Carlos like that. How does the little dog go? It goes, it's like little, like when Fred Flintstone would go bowling. You guys remember that? He'd go bowling, and the way he would go up to the thing was on his. That's exactly what I think I hear in my head every time I see a little dog. The ankle piano keys, yeah. Yeah. Antonia says, hey girl, tell her, hey. We're gonna walk up this way. Because I feel like it. It looks sunnier over here. And it's probably less windy. Hi, Colleen. That's how Joe runs? Yeah. We try not to run because I don't want to fall down and go boom. Carl, you wrote like a whole, the young dogs have lots of height. No, they're not young. They're just little. Our dogs weren't young. They were just little. Puppies also, they might have high energy, but if you've ever had a dog as a puppy, you know that they have high energy for about 4 minutes, and then they plop on the ground wherever they are, and then they just go straight to sleep. I remember that. Tanpopo. That sounds like a dish. Tanpopo? Oh, this looks so pretty over here. See, they did a nice job on their decorations. Right? Across the street. It is a nice morning here. I'm so glad. Because, we were getting a little tired of the bullshit cold. Oh, look at this. They don't fuck with my car. I'll take you out. But look at, those are nice. I kind of love the vibe of that. Right? Looks so pretty, inviting. Now these people think they're Elizabeth Arden with the red door. See, he doesn't even have his coat on. That's how warm it is. Let's make it up to West End. Oh, they throwing stuff down. Yo. Now Joe was like, Ange, what did you do for Strange Conversations? I said, nothing. I went to the parade over in East Harlem. And he was like, oh my goodness. He was like surprised that I did that. I'm like, it was fun. It actually was very fun. I kind of like the shorter parades. You want to paint your door red or turquoise? Ooh, that could be fun. Where do you live? Maybe if you live by the seaside, turquoise. I know red is supposed to be inviting, but I love the other colors. I don't know about yellow though. I don't think I'd want yellow. You know? You like my shirt in the plate? Oh, Rhode Island. I would totally do turquoise then. You see a red door and you want to paint it black? Okay. You're by the water. Rhode Island is itty bitty, right? So I would say turquoise, 1000%. Oh, I have to walk. What am I doing? Oh, the smell of all those pine needles in the street that they were crushed smells so wonderful. Looks pretty on a White House with black. Yeah, but that's very bumblebee to me. And I have I don't know, an aversion to bumblebees. Nobody wants to be like, oh, I'm a bumblebee. You know? Yeah, not far from the water. Turquoise. Because I think it would be calming. So every time you'd walk in your front door, you'd feel calm. Your house would exude calmness. That would be nice. We're gonna make it nice. What was her name? Dorinda from Real Housewives, New York. I just want to make it nice. Josh is currently his new like Joe and Josh go down these series rabbit holes. It could be on YouTube, HBO, whatever. They go down a rabbit hole on these series. And yes, they're all like, you know, crazy theories. Right now, the one that they're watching is like called 411 Missing Persons. Okay? And this is all about missing people that happen, that become missing for no reason, with no trace, in national, state forest, parks, lands. And I'm like, those are scary. And I would look at Josh, I go, there is no freaking way you're gonna catch me doing any of this shit. And he just laughs. And I'm like, for real? For real? Sometimes there's a child involved or whatever. And I said, Josh, just so you know, your father never would let you go on a camping trip without him. The Manhattan alien abduction on Manhattan, Bigfoot got him. I don't know, but they said there's no trace and actual dogs and trackers cannot locate anything. And there's always a weather event. You know, there's all these theories that this guy goes out and he investigates. Now, I'm not going to go debunk everything for them because they're having fun. They like bond over this stuff. They really do. It's kind of funny, but they love it. Hi, Triton. And Mercury's in retrograde, right? But that shit's pretty scary. But I did tell Josh, I go, you do know your dad never lets you go on any camp out or trip with other people without him. Like Josh and Joe. And Joe, as you guys know, is an Eagle Scout. He's still, of course, you're always an Eagle Scout once you make Eagle Scout. But Josh was in the Boy Scouts and stuff. And they would go on these camping trips. Like up to the fucking Boundary Waters, people. Like the Boundary Waters. We're going to sit here for a moment and just watch people because we can. Oh, that's nice. You love a good investigation? Papo does, right? You and Joe would get all over this shit. But I said, Joe, your dad would never let you go by yourself or with other people. Because here's the reason. We had Josh, only child, blah, blah, blah. We didn't trust anybody else really with him. You know what I mean? We didn't trust that they were going to go, these guys, these other parents were going to go on this trip to the freaking Boundary Waters. Now, if you're from anywhere in Minnesota, Wisconsin, anywhere like that, you understand the Boundary Waters in Minnesota. I want Richard to go camping, but he won't go. Oh, fuck the camping. I don't do camping. Camping, it better be a nice freaking cabin. But it's like you are roughing it. Like, this is where Bigfoot lives. Like, there's nobody else. Why should Josh have all the fun? Joe needs fun, too. You know, and it's, like, funny. I think when they went to the Boundary Waters, Joe was done. Hi there, Viking. And stuff. That's when it kind of ended because Joe said, these guys, you know, he's like, I just don't think they were prepared enough. They had some kids on that trip. He goes, they were so ill-prepared. They were not old enough. They should not have gone. Like, he thinks all the kids should have been vetted to be able to make it in the wilderness. Hi, Nelma. And he didn't think he didn't think that they were properly vetted. And he said, I'm now responsible for these children in the freaking wilderness. I said, I know, it's kind of fucked up. Like, these people were portaging canoes and shit over land to get to the next part of the water, to take the next part of the trip. They're carrying the canoes. I'm thinking any shit could go so crazy sideways. And he's like, no, we're dealing with hatchets and stuff because they want to chop wood or start carving. And I'm like, no, you guys are way too far from anything. And I love walking up to see most on the lake and the sound of the linens. I understand that, but I can do that when I have a cabin. If somebody can get a cabin, I've gone to Maine. I used to go tent camping, and then I realized, why the hell am I sleeping in a nylon bag? It's like I am like wrapped up as a burrito, ready for whatever wants to eat me. Oh yeah, there's many. Joe has had, there was an incident with an axe and a kid and his shoe. Yeah, it was terrible. But that Joe had to take him back for the hospital and everything. It was crazy. But like, for real, I don't understand it. And I was like grateful that Joe and I were on the same page. But I wasn't going to allow Josh to go camping with other people that didn't have a personal investment in him, put it that way. You know what I mean? That's what my theory was. Like, I get it. They're all responsible. They were all responsible and stuff like that. But they didn't have a personal investment in my son. I did. Okay. Joe did. And we were like, God. And the funny thing is, here's even the funnier thing. Josh didn't want to go. Joe's like, this will be fun. It'll be great. Oh my God, one kid got a turtle stuck on his ear. Oh shit, no. Yeah, so that was the reason why. But then we're watching this stuff and they're like, oh, there's this little kid. And he's like, I don't know, the parents walked away and the kid was following him. And he said, go back to Grandpa. Now, Grandpa could be 50 feet, 75 feet away. But for a kid that's like 2 years old, that's pretty freaking far. In the woods. And then the kid just disappeared. As a Cub Scout, you went to Lanakai beach trips. We had some some we had Karens, others, but they were outdoors and tents. But the thing is, anything that we didn't know how to do, somebody showed us how to do. I know, but you got kids and you got sharp shit and kids don't listen and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. No, he wasn't a Boy Scout, but it was an example because people were like, oh, we took them all. One was the guy let his boy go on a trip with some other school, but he was young. He was like 4 years old, but he went because the sister went on some trip, and then the 4-year-old disappeared. I'm like, because he wanted to hang back and hang out with the guys and watch football because he didn't want to watch the kid. So he didn't want to watch his kid. So he figured he'd let him go with his sister on this like trip with this other thing. And I'm like, dude, I mean, it was a horrible, terrible story, but I was just like, for real? For real? He's 4. He's 4. He's not even of age, but you're just sending him on this, like, I don't know. I think it was like a religious group trip or some bullshit, but I was just like, yo, man, just because you wanted to watch football with the dudes. Well, the 2-year-old was just, they were in the woods with people they knew. No, these people are gone. That's the whole story. That's the whole thing. This guy did this story. It's called 411, I think missing persons or something. But it's people who have been, they don't keep track of them anywhere. Like there's no consistent like thing that is kept track of these people that go missing on federal lands. No, I could never do that with one of my young children and someone else camping. But we took Josh. We did stuff like that with Josh, but it was with us because, personal investment. That's my son. I can't imagine what these families went through. They've never found anything. That's what the crazy thing is. It's really crazy. And they're watching this shit at night. And I'm like, can we put something happy on? Can we watch Judge Judy? Hi, Octavia. Because I'm like, please, I want to watch Judge Judy. You went camping when you were a kid. My little brother peed on your legs. Oh, no. I went missing with my sat nav. Went past my house twice. Stop. For real. It's crazy. So, that's been the kick this week of, for whatever reason, this is what they've landed on, that the two of them are watching. And I'm like, we have one television, okay? We don't have an apartment big enough to have multiple TVs. We have one TV. I don't need any more. Hi, Lila. So that's what they're watching on the television. So then I'm sitting there with my laptop trying to find something else because I can't constantly listen to this stuff because it's like, oh my God. Because I am like the running commentary. Jaquan, I watched Judge Judy Taylor. The old episodes are the best. The old episodes of Judge Judy are the best. You used to walk away from your mom in the department store? Yeah. I never had that experience because we never went to the department store. We weren't allowed. We didn't have the funds to go to the department store. There was no department. Our department store would have been Kmart. And that was a rare occurrence. She let you stay missing until she was done. And she was smart. She's like, he's someplace. She's like, I've had enough. I've had enough of him. I'll find him later. For real. That car has Orange hinges. Why do they have orange hinges? Okay, it's a little windy here. My hands were getting a little chilled. We're gonna walk a little bit. Let's continue. Let's continue on. But yeah. So I'm like, that's what Josh has currently got on while he's getting ready for the day. And I'm just like, oh my God, you're killing me. You were bawling your eyes out and she was just shopping away. It's traumatic, right? You got lost in Kresge's? Oh my God, Kresge's is a throwback. That's a throwback. Let's go look at the tree for one last time here. Joe will be like, why are you looking at the tree? It's past, because I want to, okay? Because I freaking want to, Joe. You do, there are instances that stick with you for the rest of your life, for real. Look, it's still standing. Actually, it doesn't look terrible. It is a real tree. This is dry as hell. Middle of Scotland, no skanks. Okay. Showing our age, Kresge's. Kresge's. What was the other one? It wasn't Kresge's. There was another store that was like Kresge's. Kresge's Kresge's was part of Kmart. Like, wasn't Kresge's the original and Kmart came afterwards? They were owned by the Kresge family. I just remember Kmart, and they had a little cafe in the back. And then, oh, he's not cleaning shit. He got it running. But dude, you going too fast. Woolworths. Woolworths was the other one. Thank you. Not Kroger. Kroger's is a grocery store. You're right, it was Woolworth. But Kresge's owned. Yeah, Kresge's morphed into Kmart. And then Kmart went everywhere. And then Kmart died. And I went to the last Kmart. If you guys remember, I went to the very last Kmart that was open and it was closing all the way out in Long Island. 5 and dimes, yeah. Their blue light special. Their famous sub sandwich. That was pre-Subway. You know, pre-Jimmy John's. Do you know Woolworths still has big stores in Mexico? Really? Walmart's never going to leave the United States. Are you kidding me? There's too much friggin' money they can grab from us. Oh my God, that sun feels... did you guys see the sun pop out right now? Oh, that feels amazing. You know what? Maybe we'll just do coffee here. How about that? I think that could be fun. Let's do it. Coffee or iced tea? You know what? Maybe I'll get... What do you think? Coffee or iced tea, guys? You were talking about their subs? Yeah, they were special. They were always cold cut subs with onions and lettuce. All right, what are we getting? Hello. Iced tea. Okay. Hi there. We are going to get... Why do I think it's a grapefruit refresher? No, it's not a refresher.
The grapefruit dark tea, maybe?
It has a little bit of tea, a little bit of grapefruit in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was the last one.
That was it.
That was the thing that you had the last time.
Yes.
Anything else, basically?
No, just that, and very little sugar in it.
Sure. That's gonna be $6.71.
Oh, shoot. You know what? Oh no, I didn't grab it. I can't do it. I can't. Can I do my card on my phone maybe?
Yeah.
Can you guys hold on a minute? I think I didn't bring my wallet. Oh no, let's see if it works. Okay, I paid. Are you guys cracking up? Oh, it didn't go through because it used the wrong card. Oh, it had one that was an expired one. Okay, sure, hang on. Hang on, I gotta... Okay. Okay. There, we did it. I don't have anything on me. How funny is that? That's so funny because I took it out of my bag. I take everything out of my bag every day. So we're back now. I had to pay for my drink. And I totally forgot that I didn't stick my wallet in there. Do we have sound? Hang on, let me test it now.
There you go.
Thanks so much.
Is this it?
Yes.
Thank you.
You got sound? You got sound? Okay, good. I need to refresh. Okay, I will. Sounds good here, sounds good there. It'll catch up. Hang on, let's bounce outside.
Have a good day.
Thank you. I know, when you don't need anything and you can still pay for shit, right? Oh, okay. What's going on over here? You got sound? Does it match? Tell me if it matches, guys. Oh, you refreshed. It's all good. Okay, good, good, good. Whew. Man, I swear to God, I was like, shit. I didn't bring my damn wallet. Oy, 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 Ange, get your shit together. This is a grapefruit black tea. It's good. It's good. It's so good. Waltmoney, how you doing? Oh, did I bring... Oh, no. I need a new straw, I think. I do. Look at it. I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to deal with it. I'm not going to go get a new straw. It'll be fine. Because I went like this and it cracked. It's one of those, like, recyclable straws, and they're very brittle. So I'll be very careful with it. The tea is very good. I don't have tape. Robert, where am I getting tape from? So look, I even have my book in case I want to write shit in. It's a little big, but you know, just in case I feel like being studious while I'm sitting out here in the glorious sun. You know, it's actually quite warm. I know, I did. I effed around with the straw. Book, yes. Wallet, no. Yeah, I put the book in, but I don't have the wallet. I gotta get a new straw. Shit. Hang on. I gotta take you guys with me to get a new straw. I'm just gonna knock on the window. Can I get another straw? Mine just cracked. Thank you. Thanks so much.
No worries.
Thank God for the window. Gotta love a window. They have a little like pickup window. All right, Angela, don't fuck this one up. Yeah, it's a compostable straw. And so the problem is when it looked like it was flattened like that, and then I went to go undo the flattening and it went crack. I flipped around with it. What the hell, Ange? Anyway, it's all fixed now, so we don't have to worry. Damn, good thing I got my cap on today. I don't know what they're doing. They're delivering stuff. Let's go see. What are they delivering? If it's not the pigeons, it's the straws. If it's not the straws, it's somebody else. I know. Way better than a paper straw. Oh, they're delivering it to Nanshang Express. They're delivering dumplings or something. Gotta love that. That's wonderful. They're delivering straws. No, I love this little afternoon coffee shop over here. They have great stuff. Right across the street from us is Hashi Market. Oh, I love Hashi Market. I want to stop there so I can pick up some stuff for lunch, but then I'm like, then I have to go through the whole thing to like figure out the phone thing because I have like the wrong card on it. My card's expired that's on my wallet, and I had to find the card to use. You would live in that market? It's so good. Like I was saying, we got so many different things up here. You put up with the no. You know what? Somebody, you know what? We're not the ones throwing the straws in the water, Fireheart. It's not us. It's not us. It's the people in all those other countries like India and China and stuff. They're the ones that have that. They're the ones that walk around with the bags and the straws. I don't see our straws going in the water. It's not our straws, damn it. That's some BS. Somebody came up and took a picture with the turtle and said, this is what happens. And I'm like, oh my God, stop it. How about we then just take our straws and cut them all up? I'll do that. That's fine. I don't care. Paper straw, no. There's going to be a problem with paper straws. They're going to find a problem with that. Can hardly wait to be able to physically go to a grocery store. I know. When is your surgery, by the way, Lila? Isn't it it's coming up. It's coming up soon. Oh, postal dude. Trust me, Fireheart, it's not us. It's India, it's China. They are part of it massively. Whatever they say. They like to make a story. How about that? They make a story. Somebody made a story and that's what they did, and they got lots of views from it. I always just follow the money. And you know what? It was probably the people who have the paper industry. We won't talk about the deforestation for all the paper straws now. Because the paper straws were so wonderful, why did we switch to plastic? That's just my opinion. You can believe what you want. That's totally fine. There's that new Absolute Bagels. Now, it opened before. Yeah, none of the straws floating in the ocean have cracks in them. But that's cool. If you can put them up with the straws, I can't. I can't stand drinking out of a toilet paper roll. Oh, Joseph Q's. Is that not the most disgusting thing ever? Yeah, so it's a Carnival Cruise Line's answer to the paper straw or plastic straw dilemma is a candy straw. Now, explain to me how that's inclusive. Like, so many people can't have that much sugar, but you're going to give them a candy effing straw? Like, that to me is ridiculous. And it's disgusting because now you're just totally, it's so gross. It's like drinking out of one of those candy cigarettes. Now, I've not ever done it, but I've heard tell people because I've been diabetic ever since I started doing that and stuff. So, yeah. But on like all the other cruise ships, like I've been on MSC and Virgin. I haven't gone on Royal Caribbean or Norwegian yet, but I've been on these other cruise lines, and none of them do that. Only Carnival does the freaking candy straws. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, what? What? It's crazy. Because then it's a sticky mess. And they look disgusting. At least I think they do. Oh my God, you guys are on the paper bag thing too now? Network? Really? California's on that? You would think they would have been the first ones. We're on that. We have recyclable bags. They don't even give you bags. We have to pay for bags here in New York. That's part of it. They got rid of the plastic bag ban. But you know what? The funny thing is if you get takeout, your food's put in a plastic bag and you don't get charged. Explain that. Make that make sense. If I go to the grocery store, I gotta fumble around with all my groceries like I'm a juggler. And, you know, but if I order a ton of Chinese from my local Chinese restaurant, I get a plastic bag. They've been paying for bags since 2000. We've been paying for bags for a while. It's annoying. Will I pay for it? Yeah. Yay, Jovan, you got released. Wonderful. Hi, Tommy. All the food is wrapped in, I know. Make it make sense, guys. It doesn't make sense, okay? We all know it doesn't make sense. It's never gonna make sense. Give me all your plastic bags. Use them as, I do too, Joseph Q. That's the thing. When they took away the plastic bags, they took away my trash can liners. I know, everything's done that. If it's not plastic, it's styrofoam. And then a lot of our stuff's actually in hard plastic. You know, it's not in like cartons. Like, you know, Chinese food used to come in cartons. Now my Chinese food, like honestly, now my Chinese food comes in those, like those things you can actually buy at like Costco and Sam's Clubs. Those black ones with the clear lids. Well, now I just keep them. Because I used to go buy those. Hi, Tommy. I used to go buy them. ShopRite was hyper vigilant about putting paid stickers on every single item. Oh my God. You have to go buy doggy bags. We would buy doggy bags because they're little. A virtual straw? I think when they changed from paper bags that actually worked and had handles to the plastic bags, everything went crazy because the plastic bags were small and couldn't hold as much. And so you ended up with, and I think this is my theory, okay? You guys ready for my theory? I know you're not. My theory is they changed it from paper bags that could hold stuff, hi Irma, to plastic bags. And this has to do with the grocery stores. Because visually, if you went and you got 2 bags of groceries, they could hold a lot more. But if you went and used plastic bags, you didn't get 2 bags of groceries, you ended up with 10 bags of groceries. And so the people at large felt like I got 10 bags of groceries. Now, granted, those bags of groceries only held like maybe 4 items, whereas the other bag of grocery could hold like 15 items. That's the difference. I really believe that that was like a subliminal message. What the fuck is that about? I believe it was a subliminal message to the population so that it would trick us in thinking that we were getting a deal and the same, even though grocery store food prices have like jacked up, skyrocketed. Now they don't even do that. Now they're like, you got to pay for the bag. You got to pay before you know what they're going to be. We already paid for the opportunity to go shopping. That honk was not subliminal, but I do believe that the switch from paper to plastic was. Because why wouldn't they hold the same amount? Why wouldn't they? You know? Yeah, like you had to pack it like, you know, it was like Tetris, but not anymore. Now you can't barely put 4 cans in one plastic bag because it's going to bust out the bottom. For real. It's 3,700. It was very far away. It was very far away from you. And then I hated it because then you had to like, then you started like, people would carry their bags on their arms because they didn't want to have to keep coming back and forth. Because you couldn't carry them like as you used to, like in your arms, you know. poof. You had to carry them like this in your hands, which is much harder. It was all fucked up. It was all fucked up. I remember when that changed. Like your shit's all rolling all over everything. You know, it's like a sack. So now we carry our own bags, which for the most part, our bags are, well, we have IKEA bags. Not a lot of them because they get worn out and then you gotta chuck them. Hi, Lori C. But we have those, we have canvas bags, we have totes, we actually have, the funniest thing is that like Mood Fabrics, the fabric stores here. I don't even understand this, but the fabric stores like Mood Fabrics and all those things that we get fabric from, because Josh does a ton of shopping for that because he designs and he creates, as you guys know. Their bags, premium. They're premium. They're better than IKEA bags. They actually have a seam that goes all the way around it that's actually done with like cotton twill tape. And they're big. Like you could put a bowling ball, a shoe, everything in it, and it would still hold it. But they're big. And all they giving you is how much fabric? Like you're not buying 20 pounds of fabric. Fabric don't weigh that much. So that I'm just kind of like, huh. So we go grocery shopping with bags from Mood, a fabric store. It's crazy. I can't use other bags because they're too small. But this one you can actually put stuff in. They can be heavy. Like you can put it on your shoulder. Like they're true bags. I'll show you the guy. I'll make a short of them. Like it's so crazy. Why do they have like, and most of the fabric stores are like that. Your microwave oven, best invention since I hate microwave ovens. I thought I used to like them, but what the fuck am I microwaving? Nothing. Hi, Mohammed. It is good advertising for them. I don't know, but a lot of the fabric stores have bags like that. Maybe it's to protect the fabric. I guess because you don't want it touching anything wet. You know, you need it big enough so that your fabric can fit into it nicely folded. You know, kind of like that, because you can't throw it in there wrinkled. It's just what we do. So we have a plethora of other ones. You love your air fryers. Air fryers are great. I don't have like a per se air fryer. We used to have a convection oven and it lasted for like 11 years. I don't have a microwave. I do not use a microwave, no. We always used our convection oven or toaster oven that we had. That broke, the heating element broke, and I'm like, fuck it, I don't have time for this shit. No, I would never use a microwave oven for it because I don't like microwaves. I feel very weird about microwaves. It's just me. I know a lot of people are like this. I think they fuck up the food and stuff. I just do. So, okay, I'm unfrozen. I don't know why it goes frozen sometimes. I used to have one a long time ago, but I don't have one now. I just don't. Your mind is blown? I know. I just don't have one anymore. It's for what we would heat stuff in, well, what we would do with it, it's not, listen, when you actually have to be very specific of how you use your space, you have to determine, can I have this much space on my counter, which is tiny, to a microwave oven? And I don't make popcorn because I can't eat popcorn, and I hate popcorn because it gets stuck in my teeth. I used to love it, but it always got stuck in my teeth. And once you get a couple of kernel husks stuck in your damn teeth, up in your, F it, no. But I don't heat stuff up in that, not anymore. I feel like when you heat stuff in the microwave, it doesn't retain heat. It like dissipates the heat really fast. So I heat over a regular stove or in the oven. I do. It's like, why do I have that? For convenience? It's not convenience. It's in the fucking way. I haven't used it I haven't used a microwave since we moved here. So that'll be 12 years. 12 years. 12 years. It's not worth the time. It really isn't. We had one back in Minnesota, of course, but then again, I had a massive kitchen, but we still didn't even use it. I took it back to the 80s in her apartment. Nope, didn't do it. Nope, not having it. If someone gave me one, I wouldn't put it out either. You just bought a water pick. You will not give. I can't. Well, one, I can't have popcorn. Bad for me. Bad for me. I know. SOCKS. Everybody's gonna say that. I can't have popcorn. It's not healthy. At least not for me. I know everybody's different. Y'all like your popcorn. Get your Orville Redenbacher. I do have a rice cooker. I have an oven, a rice cooker, you know, I got a stove. But, yeah, I can't have those carbs. Corn is not good for me. It says, no, honey, you ate enough popcorn in your whole damn lifetime. You ate so much Orville Redenbacher. We have deemed you. They took the little Orville Redenbacher wand of popcorn, and went, bing, you are now diabetic. But that's what I'm saying, Fireheart. You don't understand. Popcorn is sugar. You don't know that, but it is. Popcorn is sugar. Because your body turns it into sugar. Just saying. But if you like your popcorn, eat your popcorn. Everybody thinks it's not sugar, but it is. Your body doesn't know the difference between me sucking down a teaspoon of sugar and me eating a bag of popcorn. Legit. Wait, so is rice? Yeah, rice is sugar too. I don't eat rice. That's why, you guys, I don't eat rice. I don't eat bread. I don't eat pasta. I don't eat all that stuff that's starchy. I can't. Would I like to? Yeah. Would I like to go face down in a thing of French fries? Yes. I would. Would I like to once in a while have some popcorn? Yeah. But I can't. So, nachos, can't do it. Fuck the nachos. I can't do that. I can't do nachos and shit like that. No. The only way I can do nachos if I do chicharrones. I use chicharrones, pork rinds, which actually is a very good substitute. And I still don't understand why all of these Mexican restaurants and all these other restaurants that are known to do pork belly and stuff like that, they don't have chicharrones, like fresh chicharrones. I've gone to a restaurant, and that was in Vegas, that actually had fresh chicharrones, and they were delicious. Like, delicious. I would pay extra. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool, Fireheart. Yeah, as long as you guys got it on, I don't care. Like I said, do you. I am totally, you do whatever you want. I don't judge. I just know for me, I can't do it. That's totally it, Joseph Q, is to satisfy my crunch. But for real, why don't they do it? I'm sure there's an industry out here, like there's a business out here that could sell chicharrones, fresh chicharrones, to these places. Am I wrong? There has to be. For real. And like I know that some places that do poke, they actually will say cauliflower rice or just over salad. Fabulous. To me, that's like, thank you. Because I can't do the rice. Hey, Winston, how are you? Hopefully you're not flooding away, honey. Lori sent me these photos this morning, and her street was like a damn river. I was like, what the hell? She said she was going to go out and look at it, and I'm like, girl, you better bring a raft. Don't be floating away. So hopefully, Lori, you're not in here typing from a raft. Or if you are, please wear your, life preserver, honey. I don't want you floating away. Has virtually no sugar, less than 1. No, it does. I know what you're saying, Jolie, but corn in itself has sugar. That's just the facts. You know, it's just effects, guys. It is. It's not sugar. They'll list it as carbs. Look at the carbs. I don't say I don't eat no carbs. I eat very low carb. Okay? By that, I know we go through this all the time, and I know Treaton's like, oh God, she's got to explain it again. It's what it is. Carbs are what your body turns into sugar. That's it. It's a fact. I do know what I speak of. Your body doesn't need them, but if you like them, I don't care. You guys don't have to eat like me. It's not a problem. I just know for my health what I have to do. Wait, do protein drinks, zero carbs have that? No, they don't. If they have no carbs in them, that means they're using another sugar form of a sweetener, which is probably erythritol, allulose, something like that. And those are fine. Protein in itself usually does not have carbs. That's what it is. Protein like steak and fish and chicken. Some shellfish will have some, but very low and stuff. But for the most part, no. You have to like understand there's so many little things they put shit in. It's the carbs that turn into sugar for your body. So like my body, what it is, I know everybody's like, I'm so bored with this shit. I'm sure you guys all are. So what it is, my body, like our bodies take carbs, which is starch, anything like that, and they turn it into sugar, glucose. That's what they do. And so when you're hyperinsulinemic, which is what I am, type 2 diabetic, that's what that means. You produce insulin, but you have to produce more than a normal person to make that reaction happen and to bring your numbers down. That's all it is. So it's usually from the way your lifestyle has been, and it takes about 10 years for people to actually realize that they've gone diabetic. Like how she gets closer to explain. You're not bored? No, and like I say, I tell you guys all the time, I don't judge other people on how they're going to live their life and what they're going to eat. And if that brings them joy, then that's great. And I just hope everybody can try to live as their best that they can. So whatever that is for you, that is for you. What it is for me, and I know is for me, is probably not going to be the same thing. And that's just how I look at it as that. Now, Joe also does it. He is not diabetic. He doesn't have any indications of being diabetic. His numbers are very good and stuff. But he eats the way he does with me because he doesn't want to become diabetic. And diabetes is something that actually runs in his family. They have more of a propensity for it, I guess. They are more, it's just their genetics, okay? You're not always going to be diabetic, but if you eat and live a certain lifestyle, and sometimes that's what it is, people say it's hereditary. Not necessarily hereditary. There's a part of that genetic disposition, but it's also a lifestyle that's been learned over the years. So when I grew up, what was learned was that you ate cereal. We grew up in a family of many kids. We had 6 kids. So you ate things that were cheap, but filling. Rice, pasta, potatoes. That's what you ate. And so you get bigger and then you become diabetic. And that's kind of what my lifestyle was. So then I had to change. And now it's just what it is. Am I good? Yes, I am good. I have been always on a journey of trying to be better. Of course, we all run into bumps in the road. Like, damn, I want something. But that's why I tell you guys, for me, I won't go batshit crazy. Even though, guys, when I was on the cruise and I had a little too much alcohol, I was like, I got to get my chicken tenders in. Everybody knows the chicken tenders story. And that was my go-to. Chicken tenders, fucking downfall, man. Goddamn downfall. I never had French fries, but it was those chicken tenders. God damn it. that got me out and called me. I'd be like, I need my chicken tenders. So I have to find an alternative. And I also have to be like, I can't be drinking like that. You're welcome. It's like, Jolie, it's so deep. Like when I was first diagnosed, Jolie, like I went crazy. Yes, dear, you are so right. There's so many people that are out there that have no idea if they're diabetic. They have no idea. You don't want to take... Oh, you're absolutely fine. And you can make chicken tenders. I know I can, Kimberly, but that would have to be me making them. And when you're sitting on a cruise ship and you're like, I am way too far gone in the rum. I need something to eat right now. Those chicken tenders just do you in. They come at you like, chicken tenders. We got some chicken tenders. And you're like, fuck yeah. You are not in the right mind. You're not going, yes, I would like a salad with some alcohol and sugar in it. Not necessarily. Like, it has calories, but it doesn't have sugar. That's why you'll see me when I'm drinking. It is usually straight alcohol. It's like hard liquor. I'll drink tequila, vodka, rum. Rum you got to be careful of. But those are the ones I drink, and it's called alcohol, sugar alcohols. Those do not affect your system. In fact, I actually have to be careful because if I drinking alcohol actually lowers your blood sugar because your body can't, it either addresses the carbs, addresses the actual carbs in your body, sugar, or it's going to address the alcohol. And alcohol will take precedence. So what happens is your sugar levels drop. So if I'm at like whatever level I'm at that's normal, it could go low. So I have to be very careful. Hi, E Phoenix. It's crazy. I've looked it all up. I've always tried to make sure. So that's why right now, as I am, you guys know, I know this is almost like strange conversations today. So like, here's the thing. As you guys know, I'm taking those shots. I'm taking Zepbound. You know, people are gonna be like, oh my God, she's taking the easy way out for her weight. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Okay. I'm doing it for health reasons and stuff because I am diabetic. My numbers were starting to creep because of my age, my lifestyle, things like that. Lots of things happen. I'm walking all the time. You see me walking. Like there is actual physical evidence that I walk. Okay. Listen, so I'm taking the Zepbound and stuff. I will be taking my 4th shot tomorrow. So I'm 3 weeks in. But I have to be careful because it has like brought my numbers that were creeping up straight back into regular numbers, like straight, like right away. It did. I don't know if that does it for everybody, but it did it for me. It was really crazy. And I was like, this is me. I would be testing my numbers because I test my sugars all the time. I test when I wake. I test after I eat. I test probably like 3 or 4 times a day because I like to know what affects me. I know it's a lot. A lot of people don't test anything. I don't care. But anyway, I was stunned at how it brought my numbers into alignment. I was stunned. I was like, what? It's crazy how the body works. It just means your body is not functioning properly. That's what it is. How I eat is how I've always been able to keep it regulated where I'd have to take insulin or other medications. I'm doing this to kind of bring that into line, but also to help me lose weight and to keep it on track a little bit better without having to go to that extreme, you know. So I've been doing it. I've had no ill effects. All I know I will tell you is that my appetite is like down quite a bit. It's not like my appetite's down and I eat bird plates. Listen, I don't eat bird plates. That's not going to ever happen. Takes 10 years. Yes, that's what I just said. Sometimes another 10 for them to accept it and prevent it from getting worse. And by that time, you're really far gone. Quite poked my sister's finger and she was, oh my God, J-Ro. And she just laughed about it and tried to say it was the strips that didn't work. Oh no, J-Ro. But you know what? I'm going to tell you this, J-Ro. And you know, I grew up in Michigan. That whole area you live in, I know. That area is, I feel like, ripe for that kind of attitude and thing happening. But you doing that may have set something in motion in her head that she's not willing to openly admit. You know what I mean? But it may be a spark for her to think about. Okay? That's what it is. The only way I knew I was is I went to the doctor because I had to for an annual checkup. They ran it and I looked at the numbers, and I always look at the numbers or whatever came back. And then I started looking up what does that mean? And then I almost shit myself when I found out what it was. And I do think, in a way, it was a blessing that I was deemed to be diabetic and not Joe. Because I can help Joe not become one. J-Ro, a lot of people do that. They think that they've made it. But the problem is, I would rather live in a rented apartment and be working for something else, you know, living paycheck to paycheck, but have my life. Because if you don't have your life, you have nothing. If you don't have your health and stuff, what does it all mean? You can go home and look at everything. That doesn't get you anything. Absolutely, J-Ro, that's so true. You have to have your health before your wealth. That's the truth. It absolutely is, because you'll never have the other. You have modern, I can't even believe that you'd even be doing that. Keeping the weight off after losing is very hard. It is. Now, since you guys know I broke my ankle a number of years ago, a couple of years, probably like 2.5 years ago. And that, like before that, I was on a really, really great road of losing weight, keeping everything in check. And afterwards, I kept it that way a little bit, gained weight back. I gained about 24 pounds back because I was honestly laid up, couldn't walk any distance for like 6 to 7 months because my ankle break was so bad. And it was over a year before I could really, really walk again. I tell her about how you don't eat bread, but she loves the bread and thinks that sourdough bread is, no bread is good. So true. Just keep it up, Angie. You look great. And I'm making room in my closet for the new coats. Treaton, you're killing me with the coat thing. I know, Treaton has deemed, she's already got her name tag sitting on those coats in my closet in case I decide that they're not going to work anymore. Girl, you're killing me with the coats. You're so damn funny. Hi there, Norman. How are you doing? The coats. You're killing me with the coats. I love my coats. They should fit better. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. I think it'll be fine and stuff. So, it's good. It's good. If you have the ability to do something, of course, look at all the different options available to you. I just watched a documentary on bread. Yuck, the stuff they put in their bread. It's not even that. It's crazy. It's crazy. It is absolutely bananas what they put in there and stuff. And I seem like I have more energy. I have more energy some days than other days. You're pre-diabetic, and that scares me alone. I'm reversing that shit. Good for you, J-Ro. At least you see it, and I thought he was talking to me. Hi, Galactic Warrior. She forgot to pay. I'm the one that's like, oh fuck, I can't pay. I gotta pay. I don't know how to pay. Oh my God, who has a station wagon? How old is that car? It's not old looking. Serena Williams lost a lot of weight, so she is thinking that way. She is. I was so confused about the whole Serena Williams thing. She was. But yeah, I watched a lot of things. Galactic, there's a movement now where people make their own flour and make their own bread. Oh yeah. I believe you are, Ricky. Our bread is completely different. But there's a lot of bakeries here in New York that use like properly sourced ingredients and things and keep it very minimal. Now your bread is going to cost you fucking $8-10 a loaf. I still can't have it, but that's fine. Kimberly, you prefer to have burger without the bread? Me too. Listen, Winston, Lori, you'll do it even if you start just doing it around your apartment. Like today when I go home, I'm going to go do my resistant bands. I'm going to tell you, those things kick my ass. You don't even know. They kick my ass. I asked my doctor about Zepbound, and it looks like something I am going to do. I want to lose at least 40 pounds to help with it. Okay, Diana Gonzalez. I'm going to tell you, you guys all know how many issues I've dealt with my knee. And this is from just a whacked injury that I got from either overextending it, hyperextending it, doing some bullshit thing to it. No, it's not a Roadmaster, it's a Volvo. It's a Volvo. Anyway, so Diana, I had no idea. I'm just going to say this. I had no idea. So I took my first shot. I got my delivery that day. I took the shot. I know people who don't take this shot for weeks because they're freaking out. I'm like, just take the damn shot. You ordered the shot. You got the shot. Take the shot, right? So I got the shot, took it. During that week, right away, it was like pretty right away, within days, I started noticing my knee wasn't bothering me as much. By the second week, I really started noticing I had more range of motion in that knee. Like my thing is, I couldn't bend my knee deep, okay? And then if I did bend it, there was a possibility, like getting up. I still am very careful about getting up and stuff. But even when I would sleep, if I would bend my knee, I would feel the tightness across the knee, you know, the top of the cap of the kneecap. I'd feel tightness and stuff. So here's the thing I found out. Zepbound, one of the actual benefits of it in a lot of people is it really brings down any inflammation. So I didn't even think, because the way I eat and stuff, I didn't think I had a lot of inflammation. You know, when I go off the rails, I can see it. But, hi James buddy. This changed my whole outlook, YouTube, the skinny on obesity. It is true. It's like obesity is not just a state of mind or like I can't control what I put in my mouth. It's actually, what do you call it? It's actually like a condition. It's like a disease sort of thing. I can't even think of the word I want to use. I can't think of the word. But anyway, Diana, it really reduces the inflammation in my knee and stuff because now I'm like, wow, I can bend my knee. That's why I'm doing strength training and stuff with the resistance bands, especially on my legs. I'm doing strength training, both legs and stuff, so that I can build up the muscles around the knee. Because my problem was before, I couldn't do a lot of strength training because I was so afraid of popping it or putting it into another injury again. Because once you injure it, scar tissue, injure scar tissue. It was like a circle. This is actually possibly breaking that cycle and stuff. A lot of oils cause inflammation. I use olive oil, avocado oil, olive oil. I use like whole oils. I don't use corn oil and everything else. Vegetable oil, I don't use that. But yeah, I was shocked. And I'll tell you, I rarely feel like if I was to go, like, you know, I go for walks really far, could be 4 miles, 5 miles sometimes. And I'd come home and I could kind of feel towards the end of the day, my knee would be really tight. I don't feel that anymore. It's so weird. I'm going to look at your medication injections up. Sometimes we call our medications by different names. Yeah, Zepbound is tirzepatide. It's the one with the T. It works on two different things. It's not similar to Ozempic and Wegovy, but they only work on one hormone. Tirzepatide works on two hormones. Some people call it Mounjaro. Some people call it Zepbound and stuff. I'm very lucky and very blessed that our insurance covers me, because I do have I have a condition that has to, it's a condition and stuff, and it has to get pre-authorized and stuff. So I'm very lucky that it is covered, and I have a copay, but I would rather pay that copay than what I know of people that have to pay it out of pocket. Eat what you like, just don't swallow it. Or Ricky, you have no idea, but as a teenager, I did shit like that. That's how fucked up it is. I'm just gonna admit it. I would chew up a candy bar and spit it all out. That's not a good relationship with food, but it's scary, but I've done it. And I'm just saying that here so that other people understand where I'm coming from, and then I'm not bullshitting about it. People are like, oh, you're gonna do this, it's gonna be fabulous. No, you might have some issues, but you gotta be aware of what you're dealing with. You were always told if it tasted good, spit it out? No. Listen, if it tastes good, I'm eating it. I'm gonna eat it. That's why those chicken tenders went down my face, okay? We're all human. Things that taste good, we want to eat. I like it. I want it. Give me more of it. Although I can't stomach some things now, things that are overly sweet, I can't do, because it tastes too sweet to me, like cloyingly sweet. But anyway, I know. Look at this conversation goes. You guys get me rolling on something, and I can't shut my damn mouth. My inflammation comes if I eat too much salt. I actually see, the thing is if you eat a lot of processed foods, you are probably eating too much salt. I know, my face was in those chicken tenders for real. It always goes off the rails with me. But I don't eat a lot of processed foods. So I have to add sea salt to everything, just about, to make sure I get salt, or I have to have electrolytes or something. Because what I'm eating is I'm having hard-boiled eggs in the morning with a little bit with yogurt and half a pear. What salt am I eating? Maybe a little bit that might be in the Greek yogurt. It's just what I do. I think info is very good to share, and I try not to gatekeep shit like that. I'm a good converser. This all started because of a fucking broken straw, guys. You don't eat processed foods though? Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know. Drink more water? I don't know. Everybody, that's what it is. You have to figure out what works for your body. I know if I don't drink enough water, and I'm telling you guys, I freaking drink so much. Joe's like, Angela, all you drink is water. I'm like, I know. Joe will be like, he'll buy a 2-liter of Diet Coke or soda. And he'll buy himself his Diet soda. He'll buy himself his Diet Coke, and he's happy. And then he'll buy me Diet Ginger Ale or Diet whatever, okay? Or Coke whatever, or something zero. He'll have his half gone. I've drank this much out of it. By day 3, Joe's 2-liter is gone. Mine's is still this much out of it. And then he gets mad that I'm currently not keeping up with him. And then all of a sudden, I go in there 2 days later, my 2-liter's gone. I just realized that. And I'm going to say where'd the soda? You're acutely dehydrated. I don't know how that happens. I can't drink. I know. I don't know how that happens. I drink so much water that I actually have to get up in the middle of the night. And it's nothing to do with diabetes. I actually have to pee because I drink so much water. Yes, Julie. I'm trying to cut out with the marinated sauces and rubs, no sea salt, which I love. I do the sea salt. I have to. I don't use the salt. Must be the kielbasa will, those sticks will have a lot. Cabanossi will have a lot. So I always adjust what else I'm eating. But I don't think, it's not like that's not what's causing it for me. So I don't know. We're all a fucking chemical handbasket that we all have to deal with ourselves. And we got to put on our scientist hat and be like, what the fuck is going on, man? What are you doing to me? Water is a human solvent, works great. Water is fabulous. I was told by a doctor I became diabetic because I drank only Diet Pepsi. It taught my body to not. It's very true. Here's the thing. You didn't become because of that. But, and this is true, when you drink diet soda a lot, I keep trying to convince Joe of this. He doesn't believe me. It because it's so sweet that your body still it makes you hungry. Okay, so when you're drinking a lot of diet soda, it makes you hungrier because that trigger of sweet, sweet, sweet makes you want to eat stuff. Salty, 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 other foods. And that's what it is. We're always down the rabbit hole here. You know what I mean? I eat a lot of nuts. I do. I eat a lot of nuts. I get mixed nuts, almonds, blah, blah, blah. I'll have peanuts. I have nuts. There's always nuts in the house because it's an easy, small snack I can have. Also, it's protein. But yeah, I keep trying to convince Joe about the diet soda because he's back on the diet soda train. And I don't know. There's times I want diet soda, but for the most part, I don't drink diet soda. I don't know. I used to have a big affinity for soda. And then I figured I don't think I'm getting enough water. You never drink soda anymore? I do. And probably the reason why I do drink diet soda is because if I go down the shore in Jersey, I know I drink water there too, but I hate the way Jersey's water tastes. Or actually, Jersey's water is okay. It's PA's water. For whatever reason, I don't know what's going on with PA and their water and stuff. But sometimes when I'm in PA and have their water, I'm like, what the fuck does it taste like this? You know? Yeah, I drink a lot of, who just said that? Jolie, I do that all the time. At night, I have water by my bed. I will usually fill up a big thing of water every day, and I drink that. It's always close. So, like, here's the thing. I went to the casino with Joe on Saturday. I realized when I was at the casino, I wasn't drinking my water. And it did affect me because I knew I didn't get enough water that day. Next day, I'm drinking water like I'm insane. Tap water. I know, I drink a lot of water. Everybody can attest that knows me. She drinks a lot of water. Preparing for dialysis for not drinking enough water. Oh no, you gotta get that water in. Nobody ever thinks that that's that important, but it really is. Usually when you're hungry, you're thirsty. Drinking from the hose. I never drank from the hose because I was afraid what was in the hose. I was afraid of what was in the hose. I was afraid there was a spider or some fucking bug in the goddamn hose. You know, I was always very fearful. I don't know what's in there. It's dark. Dark. I'm not drinking from it. No. Not gonna happen. I don't know why people talk about drinking from a hose. I'm like, no. That thing is open. All the dark soda will hurt your kidneys, but not light colored soda. I don't know what it was in the hospital, pain for 3 days. I'm getting old and falling apart. Really? I don't drink a lot of dark soda. That's interesting. We have well pumped. Yeah, well water is different. It's different. We had that when we lived for that short period of time in Indiana. We had water brought in. We're just going to say. I didn't like it. I had a water cooler at the house before I met him, but he didn't drink enough water. I pushed him to drink more. Good for you, darling. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up because we could go on for freaking days on this shit. You know how this goes. But yeah, we sat. Oh my God, this is the most beautiful little dog. I got to show you guys this before we bounce, because this little dog, look at him. He's such a cutie. Oh my God, I'm dead. Victorian drains her. Oh my God, what a banana. He's such a cutie. He's a dachshund. Oh my God, he is so cute. All right, guys. Y'all know you guys are the best. You guys are the best here, for real. I want you guys all to go have a fabulous day. Make sure you guys drink your water. You know, do that kind of shit. Take care of yourselves. 2026 is going to be our year. I'm just saying, it really is. Not just mine, all of yours. Because I said so. You know what I mean? That's just what I'm saying, and I'm going to speak it into fruition. So you guys have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you guys. Don't forget, tomorrow night, date night. Do I know where I'm going? No. Do I ever know where I'm going? No. Nothing new. So you guys take care, and I will talk to you tomorrow.